Learn how to build basic HTML structure for our digital clock application. In this lesson, we will create the heading and the area where the current time will be displayed. So in this project, we want to build a digital clock, and we want to start by building the HTML structure. Like you know that every project starts with a structure. And before JavaScript can display the current time, we need a place on the web page where the time will appear. So we'll create a heading and an empty element that JavaScript will update later as we progress along the building of this digital clock application. So let's move into our HTML. I'm already inside the HTML file, and inside this demo, I want to add an ID. I want to add a div. And inside this div, let's put a simple H2 and give it and let's add the text of digital clock to it. So the reason why I'm putting div inside this p tag is because this PID of demo is what corresponds to this space in my web page, because that's the way I styled it in my CSS. So that's why I'm putting it inside of this. So if you don't have all these styles in your own case, you can put your div directly inside your body element and it will work. So for our div, let me basically add an ID of container to it. ID of container. We might necessarily not need that, so let me take it out. It's going to make the page look awkward. So let me just keep it like this. And under this, let's add an H1 with an ID of clock. And inside it, so let me do a typical time counter. So good. So now that we have this, let's basically check whether we have anything that we want to add inside our style. So for this particular application, let me only add the style for our H1. And for this H1, so let me increase the font size to like maybe 50 pixels. Good. And margin top of 20 pixels. Good. So this is fine. So once this starts counting, you will be able to see it clearly. So I can even decide to take out this header. This might not be needed actually, since we already have it inside this paragraph, inside this topic. So let it just be the watch counter. Then you can see what we are building here. So once you have this is basically what we need for the HTML structure. So we have successfully added our HTML that is needed for this project, as well as this style for H1, and we are necessarily not going to add any other thing here yet, because we only want to build this HTML structure in this lesson. But take note of the fact that we've attached an ID to our H1, which is going to be handy later when we need to manipulate it with JavaScript, because this ID is what JavaScript will use to find this element and update its content later. So for now, we've placed this generic number inside as a placeholder to act like the way the digital clock works. So let's look at what we have completed in this lesson. We have learned that every JavaScript project starts with HTML. The ID attribute is important as it helps JavaScript find an element, and that the H1 element, which is in our HTML here, will be responsible for displaying our clock. And finally, this 00 colon 00 colon 00 is only a placeholder for now. So this is the whole structure that we need for building our digital clock.